Hello everybody! Midnight with the Fuzz over here, even though it looks bright. 2 more cards! Alright! They're rolling out quickly, aren't they? So we got one big one and one small one. And you'll never guess what? One of them is an Igloo! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The developer has put himself into the game and is now going to officially be seen in many decks. Confirmed, Igloo is overpowered, as of course he is. We've already known that, you know, just what extraordinary feats he's capable of doing. So of course that a card that is called Igloo is going to be insanely overpowered, right? Anyways, let's get to it. Starting with our good friend Plague Crab over here. Our first Corruption Nature card. There's actually going to be another one, but this is the first one, and basically, it's Phoenix Jr. in a way. You know, it's a crappy stats, but when he dies, comes back with 1 less energy, and then, so comes back with 1, he has to kill him again, comes back with a 0. Now, to avoid some unpleasant interaction, the things that come back are summoned tokens. They are not, the card itself doesn't come back from your graveyard, so no multiple triggers with sculptors, no multiple sacrifices or whatever. You get one guy, then you get a bunch of tokens, right? So the card itself is pretty interesting. The fact that you have to kill it twice, actually 3 times, means it's just about impossible to remove. You know, if you play it on 3, there's no way to kill it other than stupefying it or something. So yeah, how is it going to be seen? Well, because it's Corruption and Nature, is there going to be a Corruption Nature deck? Well, what kind of a Corruption and Nature deck do we remember? Oh, that's right! Hate Bears. So can Hate Bears make use of this? Possibly. With Symbol of Growth now running around pretty much everywhere, this guy's perfect for that because you put him on the board and he's so hard to kill. Symbol of Growth is always going to have something to put it on. That's pretty good. You can work with Flesh Sculptor, although it's still only the first bit of it. But just in general, for a Hate Bear deck, you know, putting something like this on the board and having constant board presence, potentially pretty good. Now, you might think, what if you just pump energy into it? Well, you can, but given the colors, that seems really tedious. Really, the only way to do that would be with the Empress of the Forest, which just puts 1 energy on him when she's played. And I'd imagine that's exactly what you would do, essentially giving you another crab. That's great. And actually, with the new Igloo Shrine, you can essentially reload the crab, but we'll get to that in a second. So how am I going to rate this card? I'm going to give this 4 stars. I think a deck featuring this card is going to arise. It's going to be something like Hate Bears. And I think this card's going to make an appearance. I don't think it's overpowered. You know, 1-2 stats is really crap. So it's not like you're taking much damage from it. And it's a good thing its stats are crap, because if it was a 2-2, then it would be pretty much overpowered, because that's a little bit too much. 2 mana 2-2 is not even that awful, and getting it 3 times, ugh. So I think it's fine. We'll see what this green-black deck can do. You know, I mean, we could expect to see the same old cards like Mesmerizing, Sculptor, maybe Infected Survivor. Who knows? Empress of the Forest could work for the extra energy. Could be an interesting mid-range deck. With Symbol of Growth, of course, definitely gonna be in there too. So look out for this little guy. The art is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not even sure. It looks like a rock with a green glow. I don't know. I don't know, something about this art. It looks like it came straight out of a custom card contest. As for limited, I mean, if you're really gonna go black-green, then it's a fine pick. It's an okay card, but nothing really that great by itself. It's because of the poor stats. If you can't really get any synergy off of it, it's just gonna annoy your opponent, but that much more than that. So probably would put like 3 stars on it, and that's assuming you can play the colors. And it's certainly not worth like splashing or anything. I wouldn't do that. And now the big card. Oh my god! So this is not the original form of the Igloo, but it's not really much weaker. So it's an Igloo, right? So it's a colorless shrine. Oh, good. So that means any deck can include it. What's the effect you add? Well, it's really simple. You put a creature under your hero, think Kayanu, and then it comes back out next turn. Yeah, it's frozen. Who cares? So why is that really powerful? Well, there's this other shrine in nature which has the effect of 1 mana bounce a creature back to your hand. So imagine doing that, except it then immediately comes back on the board for free. Yeah, it's frozen, but who cares? So, you know, you play a Mesmerizing Spirit, and then you bounce it, and then it just comes back out again. You play Succubus, you bounce it back, and then it comes back out again for free. You play Flame Serpent, it hits your opponent for 5. Put it under, comes back out again for free. You reanimate Bezarok, he does his effect. You put him back under, he comes out for free. Are you getting the idea with this? And if you thought that seemed like some bullshit, I have basically 3 words for you. Molten fucking Passageway. So this shrine completely eliminates the downside of Molten Passageway. The problem with Molten was you get a creature, but then you can't, you know, it's gonna go back in the deck, so you can't reanimate it, and you only get to keep it for 1 turn. Well, fear not, ladies and gentlemen, because Igloo has got you covered. Yes, everyone's gonna call this card Igloo from now on until the end of time. Igloo basically takes the creature, puts it back under your hero, so it comes back out a second time, second enter the field effect, and you don't lose it anymore, and then it goes into your graveyard where you can reanimate it. So picture the following. You queue up against a red deck, or who knows, maybe a Yidix deck, right? They play turn 3, Molten Passageway, gets out of Bezarok, completely craps on your board, okay? You think, whatever, I'm just gonna pass, Bezarok's going away. Okay, then I play Ancient Shelter, put Bezarok under me. And then let's say play something else. Oh, I'm just gonna get another Bezarok for 1 mana, and now he's not going away. And I have a Reanimate in hand. So, yeah, good luck with that. We did a little bit of testing, and it's just, like, woefully imbalanced. So, Igloo and Molten Passageway is a deadly combination, and if something has to be redesigned, it's probably gonna have to be Passageway, because this whole idea of cheating out creatures is dangerous. I mean, we've known it was dangerous, but this really gives you the idea, because the whole double battle cries, I mean, Igloo by itself is already really good, because the fact that it's colorless, nearly any deck can run it. And I haven't even gotten into talking about Yidix. Yidix now, you know, and no matter what the hell you're doing with him, can just put this into their deck as one of their 3 shrines, and then just pick any other 2. I mean, if you're playing Mono Corruption, you could just play Yidix now. Just pick this up, right? You could just double cast Mesmerizing and Succubus, or Bezarok. Why not? And then maybe Sanctum? Sure, why not? And then just pick up the Zombie Making Shrine, and you're good, man. You got 3 really good shrines. Who needs Advanced Nephoros? Who needs that noob hero, right? And I thought that other Almond that came out made Nephoros obsolete. Now Yidix can make him obsolete. Jesus. So I'm really starting to worry, because this is yet another card which is just auto-include. I mean, you could, in theory, include it in everything. I mean, hell, even Rage Rush could use this to double play their Flame Serpents. How great is that? You just got hit in the face for 5, and then 1 mana, get another Serpent next turn. Wonderful, right? It's bonus for everybody. I think really only zombies couldn't use this, but zombies could just play Succubus, as they do sometimes. Oh, wait, you know what's really fun? Duke Hartsford. Oh, right. Why don't we just play Duke Hartsford twice? And then when he comes back, he doesn't have the weakness emblem on him anymore, so he can come back on the board again. Or if some of your zombies are going to die, just put Hartsford back under you. Those guys go in the graveyard. Hartsford comes out again. More zombies. All right. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of shit I haven't even thought of that some of our crazy players will describe. So, yeah. I'm gonna rate this 5 stars. I'm actually on the border of giving it 6 stars. Now, if you're wondering what the hell that means, basically, the Ancient Valley card is a 6-star card because it's played in every single deck in the game. I mean, if a card is played in every single deck in the game, that's what it means to be 6 stars. Basically, the best card you can imagine, right? This is pretty close. I don't think it's quite there. I mean, I'm sure I can think of some decks where it wouldn't be as good, but it's about as close as you can get to 6-star territory, and it's colorless. Oh, man. I mean, I get why it's colorless, because if some specific aspect had this, it wouldn't feel balanced. On the other hand, okay, so to end my little rant, I'm not really ranting. I like cards like this. I'm just worried that too many of them is gonna make, like, it's gonna make a lot of other cards just bad. You have this. You have Yiddix as a hero. You have Ancient Valley, which is in everything. You have Mark of the Gods, which can be played in mostly anything. Now, the Devourer of Worlds can be splashed if you have any spirits. Like I said before, pretty soon we're not gonna need anything except ancient colorless cards. That's not gonna be good, by the way. If every deck is that, not good. So guys, I get the idea. I know the ancient is a cool theme, but maybe no more cards like this. As fun as they are, you have aspects. Aspects are supposed to have their own themes. If you make a colorless card that's just universally good in everything, well then it just gets played in everything. And again, if you have too many of them, it just makes everything else obsolete, right? So we're probably not there yet, but maybe like 1 or 2 more cards like this away from just like, you have an ancient deck with just like some other random stuff you throw in, right? So, Yiddix leading the charge with this, I mean, you can do almost anything you want with that, right? So, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a bunch of Yiddixes in the meta all over again, because, hey, if you can do Mono C with Yiddix, you can do anything, right? Anyways, we'll see what happens, but yeah, it's a great card. It's an incredible skill shrine. Expect to see it everywhere. Well done, developers. I'm guessing this was Ivko's idea, because he is the Igloo, right? So this is Ivko as a card, and something about this art is just, when you think Ancient Shelter, you don't really think Igloo. You probably think some kind of a, some sacred place where you feel protected, right? This is a little block of ice. What? There's nothing ancient about it. I mean, seriously, like, this is the most random picture, right? And what are these outlines in the background? Looks like some people are walking towards it, and these people are bigger than the Igloo? You're telling me they're gonna take shelter in this thing? You've got to be kidding me. And besides, the water here doesn't even look to be frozen, so it can't be that cold. So what is this sheltering them from? I don't understand what's going on. So 1 star for the flavor, I guess. Well, 5 stars because it's an Igloo. 1 star for making sense. As for limited, I mean, it's a pretty good pick. Probably 5 stars, I think, because you just pick up one of these, and hey, if you don't get to use it, that's fine, but if you get to use it, you get to use it. So probably 5 stars there, just because it's like, it can in theory fit into anything. Though I wouldn't like pick 3 of these, right? But it's rare, so you're not really going to be offered 3 of them. But if you do see it, you don't see any other pick that's like very important, by all means grab it. I mean, yeah, pretty good. So that's it for those 2 cards. Oh man, we have a couple more to reveal. I'm trying to remember how many. I think it's like another 4. So I guess 2 more pairs. We'll see what they reveal next. We'll see how many more reworks are going to be done. Both of these are not in their original form. The original play grab was kind of awful. So I'm really glad they changed it to something really interesting. This plague crab, I can get behind this. Igloo, actually it's only slightly different. And it's not even worse. So anyways, enough of that. We'll see you guys in the next reveal. I believe the cards are kicking in the 18th, which is that Tuesday? What's today's date? Yeah, that's Tuesday. So a couple more days. So we should be seeing the new reveals pretty soon. More loveliness are coming. We'll see just how many waves these 10 or 11 cards are gonna make. I'm gonna guess a lot. We've between 2 heroes and an amazing skill shrine, and the other cards aren't even that bad. Or the demon crab, which I originally rated reasonably highly, might actually turn out to be like totally awful. We'll see. Catch you guys next time.